International condemnation has done little to dent his popularity. The opposition challenge has failed to loosen his firm grip on power. Coupled with an encouraging economic record at home, Rodrigo Duterte has been able to validate his image as a decisive and effective leader in the eyes of ordinary Filipinos.
84% satisfaction rating, 3% disapproval rating. Where on earth can you find a president with a 3% dissatisfaction rating on the middle of his term?
For now, President Duterte appears to be invincible. But what will happen 3 years from now? Will his words and actions come back to haunt him once he leaves office? Past presidents have faced the threat of criminal investigations for perceived misdeeds after leaving office. In July, Amnesty International accused Duterte of carrying out a large-scale murdering enterprise. The human rights group is also urging the United Nations to investigate the Philippine president for crimes against humanity.
Maybe the UN might try to chase him, but depending on who's the next president.
So if you look at the last 3 presidents who have left office in the Philippines, under their successor, they have faced criminal charges, starting with Joseph Estrada and now Benigno Aquino. So it really depends on who takes over or who succeeds him. If it is his daughter, who is a leading candidate, then he may very well be protected.
Some analysts think the midterm elections in May this year not only helped Duterte solidify his position, but also gave him the opportunity to find a suitable successor who will protect his interests and cushion him against the fate of his predecessors.
The president wants to avoid accountability for what he did while in office. And the only way he can guarantee avoidance of that accountability is by having a friend or a member of the family to succeed him.
I wouldn't be surprised that Duterte's daughter, Mayor Inday Sara, might want to try her hat 3 years from now. Why not? She's popular.
Sara Duterte, known as Inday Sara to the Philippine public, has been the mayor of Davao City since 2010, after her father's tenure reached its term limit.
She appears to be projecting the same political image as the father, President Duterte. No? Decisive, who knows, that might still resonate with the electorate come 2022.
Davao's transformation from the murder capital of the Philippines to the second fastest growing economic region is closely tied to the leadership of the Duterte family, including Inday Sara.
But at the national level, her political persona is very tied to that of her father. It'll be interesting if voters come 2022 see that as enough reason to vote for her compared to other politicians like Cynthia Villar, who by herself has a national political profile.
Political families have established strongholds of support across 8 major regions of the Philippines. And 5 of these dynasties have unified under Sara's coalition of political parties, Hukbong ng Pagbabago. And as she consolidates the support of these influential families, the clamour for her to succeed her father in Malacanang grows.
Almost all the major political families, from the Marcoses to the Villars, became part of that broader coalition. No?
Given that we have very weak political parties and we have a very personalistic politics in the Philippines, it's natural that the children of the politicians may decide to run, as long as the president will maintain his popularity until the end of his term. It's possible that Mayor Sara will be one of the possible candidates for 2022.
I think he will be the next president of the Philippines. There is no person in the political horizon that can match her popularity and her qualities I think she has the same qualities with his president father.
However, the so-called Duterte magic relies on the will of the people. And while there may be overwhelming support behind Mr. Duterte right now, it's not quite certain where the political pendulum might swing once he leaves office.